So, in the world of retro games, continuing, there is a
In the world of retro games,
there is a Kickstarter for a new R-Type Final 2. So R-Type Final came out on the PlayStation 2, I want to say roughly 2004, because it was the last game I remember like playing and beating before I moved to San Diego. And that was it. There was people felt like that really might actually be it. R-Type Final might have actually been final, but no,
the final.
But no, we're in the works for R-Type Final 2. So the trailer is not the best. It shows a lot of cutscenes, but at the end, it shows basic standard R-Type gameplay. It looks like they've got it down. It's being done by Granzella. Granzella was formed from ex-IREM staff members. So basically, IREM is licensing the property to Granzella to make this, and Granzella's old IREM staff. So it's still basically being made by the original company that made it.
Well, this is what's weird about this Kickstarter. They only put a week on it. So, in one day plus, they've got over 3,100 backers. They raised $375,000 of a $416,000 goal. So I guess they're counting on what that means. They only need like 3,500 backers that want an R-Type game.
Yeah,
and that's enough for basically what would be like an indie title. PS4 they're advertising, Switch, Xbox One, and Steam. So what do you get here? First of all, they didn't have a translator, so there's some English here going up. For R-Type Final 2, aiming for a brand new, the best shmup ever. Using the latest technology, create and bring out the newest game of the side-scrolling shooter legend R-Type series into the world. Yes, that's what you're trying to do. The trailer is bizarre, just because they talk about like evoking emotion and things of that nature, and it's very I don't know. It's we are embarking to create, what is it? I'm just trying to read some of this. We're embarking to create on a project to create the latest R-Type title. They show some past footage. There's some 2D footage. A lot of it's just like 3D, sort of like cutscene footage for some reason that they're showing off. I'd say the majority of the trailer is that. They talk about the creators, obviously. Why Kickstarter? Well, we want to get paid and it's good advertisement. So based upon this Kickstarter video, if I didn't know the people involved, I would not pledge to this, just because it's so vague. The video, it doesn't really tell you like what the game's really going to feature and things you like about shooters. But being that you said the team's on it, then obviously it's probably legit.
Well, and R-Type is huge. I mean, it's one of the premier shooters. So I think that's why they're getting away with it not being quite as well presented as it could be.
So there's like 5 different fighters here. Excuse me, 4 different fighters you have. So that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, I believe they say they're going to do exactly what the first R-Type final did, which is bring back those 100 fighters. Actually, it was 101 different fighters.
They had 100 different fighters?
101.
How different were the 100 fighters? Or were they just like
a lot of them were actually fairly different. I mean, everything from you're playing as like multiple ships to you can play as a force, the little pods that you shoot. You can play as literally the power-up ships.
Okay.
I mean, obviously they weren't all super unique, but they did have different loadouts and different stats, and it was impressive.
Okay, it actually says it right here. Dozens of fighters that appeared in the previous series are planning to make renewed appearances. Okay.
Yep. And they talk about, I like this right here.
This is going to cost, maybe talk about how much it's going to cost.
About $30 is what they're saying to get the digital copy, 60 for the physical copy.
Okay. And then stretch goals that I don't know why they only did a week, because if they did this for like a month, they could have hit some of the maybe the $1 million stretch goal. Subtitles in different languages. Really, at $700,000, is it that much to localize? How much subtitles? How much R-Type dialogue is there?
I don't know.
A traditional game.
Not generally very much.
I was going to say, like, shouldn't cost you that much.
Some of these are pretty
additional stages.
These are pretty interesting. reproduce and incorporate one of the stages from R-Type Final, the original. Reproduce and incorporate one of the stages from R-Type Delta. This is R-Type 3, Leo.
That's cool.
2. This is actually, I think this is incredibly, these are great stretch goals.
The prices are just nuts.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to reach that.
Well, I mean, the price is it's another $100,000 to do one stage. Another $100,000 to get subtitles in Chinese. It's like, no.
Okay, 2,500,000 is what gets all 102 R's. 102
okay, so they're
ships.
promising dozens, but if you reach 2.5 million, you'll get all 102.
Yep.
So do you like the art style? Are you okay with the 2D polygonal sort of?
Yeah,
thing?
I mean that's what R-Type Final was.
Okay.
At this point, if we want to see some of these games get made that we want sequels to, it's going to have to be 3D. I mean, people.
It's just easier.
Yeah, everyone wanted, what the hell is it called? Not Curse of the Moon, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Everyone wanted that in 2D, but, it was in 3D and people complained initially, and now everyone thinks it looks decent. I mean, you're getting the game that you want.
Sure.
You got to give a little for some of these.
Do you want a Pixar movie or wait 20 years and get one Disney traditionally animated movie? Come on.
For shooters and 2D side-scrolling platformers are not the biggest market right now. So, if they got to cut corners to make it cheaper, they have to.
They're licensed by IRIM, it says.
Yep.
And about to make a new title of the legendary side-scrolling shooter game R-Type. So, you have, by the time you listen to this, you have like 6 days left to... 6.5 days left. Time you watch this on YouTube, you might have 3 days left to get on board, but I'm sure you'll be able to purchase this after the fact.
Yeah.
This is really marketing and getting pre-orders out.
Yeah, there's no...
it's not coming out till December of next year? Holy shit. Okay, so you got December, you got a whole year and a half. So you'll be able to buy it before then.
Yeah, I mean, they're only looking for $416,648. That's not a budget to make the game. This is getting the word out.
Sure. All right, so are you going to pledge, Ian? Are you gonna maybe?
Yeah, actually, I will.
Okay. You heard it here. Ian gets his endorsement. Maybe he'll be a sponsor on the CU podcast in the future.